Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For this episode, I'm going to be making some Jamaican curry chicken, and this is how it's done. Hopefully you can see. So I'm using chicken legs or chicken drumsticks, and I cut them into 2 pieces. However, I'm seasoning with chicken seasoning, black pepper, garlic powder, turmeric, and the curry powder. Okay, this is what you're gonna need to make it into the curry chicken. Okay, so you can use whatever seasoning you like for flavor. You can also add some cayenne pepper and salt. However, for the curry chicken, you're gonna need the curry powder. I also like using the turmeric because it also adds to that the color, the yellow color. Okay. Okay, so that's what I added to the chicken here. So I washed the chicken legs or drumsticks and I cut them in 2 pieces, and I added those seasoning that I just showed you, and this is how it looks. You can marinate this the night before. Make sure it has a little water in the marinade if you're gonna marinate it the night before. Yeah, so I added all the seasonings, and the curry powder is what gives it the color, and the turmeric. And you can use any curry powder. I find that the yellow or the darker color one gives it a better flavor. They also have the spicy curry powder if you want to add more spice without adding the pepper. But this one is Blue Mountain Country Jamaican curry powder. So there are 2 ways that you can season your chicken. I usually use the powdered seasoning, then add the natural seasoning to it, which is gonna be scallion, onions, garlic, tomatoes, optional. Not everybody add tomatoes to their curry chicken. Bell pepper, and optional is your Scotch bonnet pepper. This definitely adds heat, so if you don't want it too spicy or too hot, optional guys. Also adding some pimento spice for flavor. These, usually for me, I season this with the chicken just to rub it in. However, if you do it this way, you're gonna have to take these off the chicken before you brown it. You're gonna have to take these off one by one. But I find that when I mix this into the chicken with the powdered seasoning, it does add some more flavor to the curry chicken. But for this recipe, I'm just gonna add this after I brown the chicken. So hopefully you can see, guys. So I'm using canola oil, but again, you can use vegetable oil, whichever oil. And again, guys, this has to be really hot, so make sure you actually see the smoke coming up from your pot. To make sure the oil is very hot before you try to brown your chicken, curry chicken. So while that heats, depending on how much curry chicken you're making, you season according to the portion size, and make sure you use enough of the natural seasoning, as I call it, to flavor the curry chicken. So once the oil is heated, guys, in Jamaica we usually brown a little bit of the curry powder in the oil. Optional. Just to give the oil some of the curry flavor before we add the chicken. But again, that's optional. If you find that you seasoned the chicken and you started cooking it and it looks like it doesn't have enough curry on there, you can always add some more curry to the chicken in the pot while it's cooking, you know. But again, that's if it looks like it doesn't have enough curry, because it needs to look like the curry chicken. In terms of the color, it needs to have that yellow flavor, yellow color. Okay, so that takes a while to heat. I can also add some garlic. That usually tells me how hot the oil is, because, you know, it kind of, if it starts sizzling, I know that the oil is heating. And that's the garlic here. And what the curry does, guys, is when you add the curry to the oil, it also tells you how hot the oil is, if it's ready. Because if the curry starts to get too dark, then you know that it's very hot, you can add your chicken. So you don't want to add the curry to the oil to flavor it and it starts getting too dark. You want to make sure it's just, as it starts getting a little bit dark, you add the chicken. And the chicken is gonna take, I'm gonna say, maybe at least 40 minutes to cook. So you're just gonna give it that time to cook along with the seasoning. And usually you want the curry chicken to cook until the seasoning, the natural seasonings disappear. And you have that sauce, you have a nice thick sauce here. Okay, so now this is heated. I'm gonna add a little bit of the curry powder to the oil. And now I'm gonna start adding chicken, guys. So you can see, guys, just browning the chicken here. You don't want to add too much oil either, you know, so just enough to brown your chicken. And when I say brown, guys, I mean brown. You don't want to really cook it, just brown it so that you can add the seasoning, the natural seasoning, your scallion, your tomato, your onions, your garlic quickly so that it can cook with the chicken, because that is what really enhances the flavor. So right now, guys, this is all the browning that you need. The chicken to be browned. And now I'm gonna add, this is the pimento spices. I'm not gonna be adding the pepper because I don't want it too spicy. And now you can add these. And then some water, of course. Here you're just gonna add the water for it to start cook down. guys, you could cut up you can always chop up the scallion more, optional. Usually cooks out, but yeah. So once you add the water, just enough, guys, to cover the chicken, then you're gonna cover it and you're gonna allow it to cook for, I'm saying no more than maybe 40 minutes, depending on how much chicken you're making. Again, you know, chicken does not take too long to cook, so just leave it there until the seasoning, the natural seasoning, actually disappears somewhat, so that it's flavored the sauce, and the chicken is cooked. You also have to give the curry time to cook. What you can also add to this is some ginger. So that's what I didn't have here, but the ginger definitely increases the flavor to the curry chicken. So please add some ginger to your natural seasoning when you're making the curry. So we're gonna allow this to cook for, what I say, at least at 40 minutes or so, 25 to 40 minutes, and then the curry chicken will be ready. And of course, we're gonna serve it with white rice. For me, the white rice is always better with the curry chicken. You can try rice and peas, some fried plantains, definitely. But after the 40 minutes, you will see what it looks like. All right. Okay guys, so the curry chicken has been cooking for, I would say, at least 40 minutes. At the 20-minute mark, I had to add some more water because the water boiled down. The chicken was not done cooking. And so after I added that water, then I allowed it to cook down some more. So I would say 40 minutes for the chicken to cook. And it should look like this. I added some, hopefully you can see, guys, we can't see that well, some potatoes to the sauce, and the sauce thickened, and so the curry chicken is cooked, the curry chicken is ready. So I'm just gonna add it to the plate. Of course, you want to add some potatoes to this, to your meal, and sauce. Nothing like some curry chicken sauce, guys, on the rice. And there you have it, guys. Just up the edges. Hopefully you can see it. And this is how your curry chicken and rice is going to look at the end of the cooking. I added some fried rye plantains, a little mixed vegetable, and the Scotch bonnet pepper is optional. You can always add it there for the heat. But again, you can do shredded cabbage and carrots or steamed veggies to add, you know, that extra nutrition to your meal. But yeah, please go ahead and try the curry chicken and white rice and let me know. I will leave the recipe in the description box below. Okay, so thank you for watching, guys, and that was the Jamaican curry chicken with white rice. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, take care.